guess about 3 weeks ago, we reached out to Robert Courts, our local MP, who's also the aviation minister. So there's a nice linkage there, offering to donate a relief flight to support the relief efforts. And after a little bit to and fro with the FCDO, who coordinate all the humanitarian flights that the UK do, I guess we had about a week to plan and put together the flight from when they sort of confirmed that they actually wanted us to operate. We were carrying about 7.5 tons of medical supplies. The cargo was donated by NHS Scotland. It was a mixture of medical equipment, so including ventilators, and also boxes of medical supplies. So everything from sort of latex gloves, masks, antiseptic gels, and other, urgently required medical supplies that the Ukrainians need. The load was taken away, and it would eventually be moved across the border into Ukraine and then delivered to various hospitals around the country where they need the equipment.
It's amazing how many people are involved in something like this, right? From the people on the ground at Brize, everyone at AirTanker at your end, people at Birmingham, and then the other end to get it off. And it's just a big machine all working together.
It is, yeah. I mean, obviously, from our perspective, you've got a number of departments pulling together to make it happen, crewing, operations, engineering, and commercial. So that all sort of goes on behind the scenes. And that's something we do, a lot of the time for other commercial flying we do, but obviously a little bit more focus of a flight of this nature. But then you've got all the external support that you need as well to put the flight together. So, it's handling agents for loading the aircraft, it's catering companies to provide food for the crew, it's the airport authorities for, sorting out the landing permissions and parking. So all of that activity gets coordinated by our operations department behind the scenes. But it's a certain, a high degree of activity goes on over a short space of time to pull it all together. The good news is, because it was a relief flight, everyone's willing to pitch in and roll their sleeves up. We were very grateful that some of our suppliers donated their services free of charge. So Birmingham Airport gave us a free landing fee. RAF Brize Norton generously arranged all the catering and the landing fees and handling of the aircraft free of charge. So a bunch of external companies also pitched in and helped with the arrangements.
I know you touched on this earlier, but, like you said, a humanitarian aid effort is always going to be an event that people pull together with, isn't it? And I'm sure you felt that on the mission.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We sensed it from the moment we sort of talked in the business about 3 weeks ago that we had offered to donate a free flight, that we certainly saw the interest level spool up, and we were constantly getting calls about, is it happening? When are we doing it? What are the details? So actually to see it come to fruition and to be on the aircraft and fly around the route was a pleasure for me. It's lovely to get out the office and see, our aircraft and crews in actually operating and spend time with them. And yes, for it to be a relief flight and know that what we were carrying is actually going across the border and really is going to deliver real value and much needed support to the Ukraine nationals who are going through a dreadful time at the moment. There's a real good feeling about that, because that you're actually doing some good and contributing. And I think all of the crew and all of the staff behind the scenes who were organising the flight all felt the same. It's great to be part of it. And as an organisation, AirTanker was delighted to donate flight free of charge. It's a small donation really in the big scheme of things. But we're delighted as a company to have been able to do it. We were the 13th flight that the UK have sent to Poland with relief goods. And I think the NHS have now shipped, or DHSC have now shipped, over 5 million items of medical supplies. So, it's been a significant effort from the UK. Yeah, it was great to be part of, I have to say.